We're going to do this all in one take. Elestrals has just released its very first emergency ban list. These three cards are now gone. What does it mean for the meta? What decks are now at the top? What decks should you try out? And what decks maybe are just really bad right now? We're going to talk about all of that in this one video. But first, let's talk about Rise from the Ashes. This card has seen a lot of play, even at 1. It was kind of egregious in the main Moonfrost Firestorm meta, where it was limited not so long ago. Maybe before Firestorm it was actually limited. But this card itself has just been so devastating. It's such a big boom of an attack to just be able to send anything to the underworld and then bring back a Celestial, a Blistrix, all the big 3-drops. But the problem with this card in live stream format is that so many decks can set up Rise to be incredible. I will giving you a foretell, or Cataran giving you a foretell of 3, and if you see Rise from the Ashes, you just stack it. It was so powerful. I was even trying it in the Earthless and Hopperoo. That combo was just insane. You have Solar, which foretells to nobody's business, and then you can send a Celestial to the underworld with Solar Burst, so you can get that search out. I'm sorry, revive it as well from the underworld. It was all just very consistent. Rise from the Ashes allow for a lot of degenerate plays that can put on a lot of aggression that many people just could not be reasonably ready for. Such Rise from the Ashes had to go. Hurricane was limited to 1 not long ago, and it went from, okay, I'm expecting Hurricane, to dang, you really got the 1 of Hurricane. Because Hurricane at 1 means that it's not reasonable to play around it. Because not 39 of the cards they draw into will not be Hurricane. But if they do see it while you have 2 or 3 back row, it can blow your entire game up. And it went from okay to this feels really bad. So I think in that scenario, Hurricane just had to go from 3 to 1 to none. I do find it funny that Hurricane was created because people were complaining about back row being too powerful. And now that back row is more diverse, people are like, I want to use my back row. So now Hurricane is too powerful and it's destroyed. It's so funny how that went, because that card was definitely only created because people were complaining about Poison Tip and Shield and Gorgon's Gaze and Tsunami. So hilarious that that's how that one ended up. Helios Chariot Ride. This card has been a problem just waiting to be exploited. And Livestream was the perfect meta for it to really just be shown to be villainous. You know, absolutely egregious in what it did. We watched it steal a game in top 8 at the Kissimmee Open. We saw it perform again in both decks in the finals. Then we saw it at the last webcam premiere. Helios Chariot Ride is such a base set card. It really is. There are so many problematic cards from base set, and Helios Chariot Ride is just one of the most egregious one that was waiting for the right meta to really show how exploitative it will be. It is a card that just denies all runes. So counter runes, divine runes, invoke. You cannot play any runes. You can only have 1 normal action per turn, meaning that you can only normal cast out an Celestial once per turn. That's your one effect. It can really make it to where it just makes a comeback impossible. And we finally found the meta where Helios Chariot Ride became a glaring issue, and it had to go. So all these cards make complete sense. And now we have the ban list looking something like this. This is where we're at. We only added 3 new cards to Tartarus, the last one being Helios Chariot Ride right there. Let me see if I can stretch this out a bit so y'all can see a bit. Nope, I'm grabbing the wrong thing. I'm grabbing the wrong thing. There we go. And I don't think it's going to help as much as I wanted to, but it's something. Oh, I just realized my chair's green screen isn't up. Hold up, wait. I can fix this issue. I can fix this issue. Look, it's been a while since I made content, all right? I forgot to do that. I can fix this issue. All right, that's why y'all can't see it. because y'all can see my chair. I apologize for that. I'm getting rid of this chair. Don't buy DX Racer. But there we go. So the Helios chair right there. And this ban list is so funny to me, because 5 of the 7 cards that are completely banned are from base set. And it's because they do something completely egregious. SparkxX being the first one ever banned before, what was it? It was, I think, right after Daybreak meta. No, before Daybreak. It was like there was a card, Glimbat, the base Glimbat, being planned for Daybreak to deal with SparkxX, but it just wasn't reasonable for it to be the only play. So that ended up happening before it. So the first one banned. Then we had Elestrals eventually banned. Drachaya, I think that was the second one banned. And now we have Rise From and Helios. And these cards are just really funny because it shows the design philosophy of base set. We're really just putting cards out there. Well, A-Drive was really just putting cards out there and saying, hey, this is what we have. Try it out, see what it's about. And not every card was broken at that time because of what the meta was. It didn't really make sense to play Helios when the main thing you did was run out a guy, 5 stat. You guys remember 5 guys. Just run out a guy, hit, and defend it as much as you can. So Helios wasn't that bad. Now that we're in an advanced meta, far from base set, well, another head from base set just rears its ugly head. You also have Lycavolt, which is coming back from base set, doing crazy things. You also have Equilinx, King Leo, Earthquake, resting on your laurels, all from base set being limited. What a gem of a set. I love base set so much. I wonder what's going to be the next thing that comes up. But now you're probably wondering, hey, PK, if these cards are limited and now Rise From is gone, what exactly should I play? Well, fortunately, I got you. Thanks to Top Elestrals and the Law YGO for his client here. I can show you guys some amazing lists. And the first one I'm going to show y'all is Blistrix. There are cards missing from here. There are cards missing from here. So not only did I forget to update these decks, but I also forgot to play music. So you got to do at the beginning of the video just having no music. Sorry about that. Hey, so we have 3 decks I want to go over right now. And the first one was going to be the solo list created by the Elestrals, or Bean Soldier and Swolax, who took it to 8th and 2nd and 3rd at the Kissimmee Open, respectively. And then Bean Soldier piloted this list, I believe it's the same list, to 2nd place, respectively. All the same, though, this list really doesn't change. There's not much to it besides taking out the Rise From the Ashes. That said, this arguably is the best deck in the meta. Like, there's a top 3 right now, but there's an argument that this is the best deck. The only thing I did was take out the Rise and add an extra Ambro, because there's no, I mean, there's plenty of ways to heal, but like having 2 Ambro isn't the worst thing. And I couldn't find anything else in the main list that I would want to buff up, so. An Ambro at 1 who doesn't like, listen, Burn's kind of crazy right now, so respect it. If you want to play this list like Swole, it's pretty much all you need to do. Next up is going to be the Lakagon list, arguably the 2nd best deck. If not, it's vying up. It's like 1A, 1B. This is 1B. This list is by Julian, who won the October 11th webcam premiere tournament with this list, and already was not utilizing Rise From the Ashes, but did have Helios Chariot Ride in the main, and I believe there was something else in there as well. But this is how I adjusted the list. It's pretty much the same thing. You just take out the sort of unfair cards. So no Helios, no Rise, no Hurricane. We took out Helios and Hurricane from this list, which means we also took out the one Thunder. If you guys can't see it behind my logo, but the last element is Owloon right there for the Dense Fogs. Otherwise, it's still Lakagon Turbo. You get tap off out, you turbo out the Lakagons, you protect it with Soulmates, you win. Easy. Now, Blistrix is kind of hurt because Blistrix was utilizing this card very much so, but I don't think it matters that much in the grand scheme, because again, it is only 1 card. It was not utilizing Hurricane. It was not utilizing it could use Helios Chariot Ride. This is actually the list from Kier, who was using Helios Chariot Ride. But right now, this list, you just take out the Helios and the Rise. This is the list. It still looks really good, right? You still have 2 Blistrix. You just double up on an Enfrostix, so you can bring something back from the Catarant or the Iwoolly or the Snowlet, whatever it may be. You can bring them back. Don't forget the Boomerlink is still very powerful. So don't think that Frost is dead. Not only is Frost not dead, but Frost is also diverse as well. We have more Frost and Paralwatt, which was from, who played this one actually? Rylomon from Kissimmee. And this list, it honestly did not change much. Look at it, it's so straightforward. And if y'all don't understand the carousel of monsters that Morphos, Chimera form, and Bat form that allows you to just get things on the field. I mean, this is the only deck where if you're gonna play Ice Age, you play Morphos. It builds so wide, so fast. It digs into your deck for advantage while also accruing field presence. It's an insane deck that is really difficult to get behind. If you cannot beat it or you cannot turbo out some 5-stat guys quickly, Morphos is going to run you over real quick. So those are the 4 decks that I would say are probably best to, if you really want to win, consider those 4 decks. Go on and just screenshot them all. But if you want to know what I am playing, what I'm going to be playing, where are you? Krakatuga Artifact. I like Burn. And with all these decks foregoing Amber right now and wanting their burst turns to do a lot of damage, I think there's room for Burn to be a top deck in this meta. You're probably like, Burn. Listen, if I don't Burn, I'm playing Solar. You take your pick. All the same, I'm going to be trying this deck out. And another deck that I think has a room to explore right now, with considering what the decks are that are powerful right now, y'all may want to explore Humburst. Where are you? There we go. You guys may want to explore new Humbust, because this card, is this the one? When you foretell an opponent must send cards to the underworld. So is this one and Champion of Apollo and base Humbust. These cards basically just mill your opponent, but seeing how Solar and Water really want to keep their cards in their deck so they can call on them when they want to, these cards may be really good. Beware playing this versus Blistrix. But versus Solar and Water, I think there's value there. So that's what's going on with the ban list. I think that is a really good ban list overall and absolutely necessary. These 3 cards are now banned. The next ban list won't be until December. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and there will be more Elestrals content coming on this channel. So subscribe if you haven't already. I look forward to the conversation in the comments, and I cannot wait to see what you guys bring on October 25th. I will be commentating. For right now, though, it's time for me to dip. Say hi, guys. I'll see y'all next time.